streaming and... Okay, it says I'm streaming live. It looks like I'm streaming live, but let me make sure. I should be streaming live. Let's see here. I'm trying to do Periscope and YouTube at the same time. Okay, there's a warning. This setting is 3. Video. Okay, but am I still live? Even though, okay. Okay, I'm trying to see if I'm online on Periscope. I don't know if I'm live on Periscope or not. Okay. Alright, I'm on my Periscope. I am live on my Periscope. Am I live on YouTube? It looks like I'm live on YouTube. Alright. Okay, so what I'm doing is using Restream.io to broadcast live through Periscope and YouTube. It looks like I'm live on, okay. I don't know if it's just me or if it's just the internet, but it's saying it's trying to reconnect. So let me go my YouTube page and see if I'm live on YouTube. Alright, hopefully I'm live on YouTube. Looks like I'm doing well. Let me type something. Hey. Alright. And let's see if I am live on YouTube. Live streaming. Now I'm not. Okay, so I'm on my Periscope. I can see me. Brought up my Periscope so that I can look through the comments if there's any comments. I'm bringing up my YouTube right now, and hopefully there'll be some comments coming in through the chatting. That was welcome. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain streaming such. Okay, so you guys are going to experience some buffering. So there's probably going to be some small technical difficulties throughout the whole broadcast. But I think I'm pretty good. There's a warning, wrong keyframe interval. Well, how did I fix that? Let's see here. Do I fix it on Periscope or do I fix it on, let's see here, settings, Periscope producer, okay. Alright, so this is a new thing for me, so I'm testing it out. I've done it 2 weeks ago, but it was just on YouTube only. Now I'm doing both YouTube and Periscope, so that there'll be, you know, some correlation between. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So what I'm doing is I got my tablet in front of me, in case. And I'm looking on Periscope. I'm looking to see if I can change the encoder settings. It is supposed to be on 2. Ooh, ew. Alright, let me see if I can fix that. Okay, I can see your comments through the box, but let me change the color of it. Yeah, this is something new I'm doing, and hopefully it'll pan out. Okay, I got that. I'm changing the color. Maybe layout? Because it's hard to see. It's like, change the YouTube chat color. Chat box. Make it black. There we go. Okay. So I can see the chats through Politically Alternative Media's YouTube page. I am now on my Periscope to check. Ooh, is that showing up? I hope that doesn't show up. I want to hide that. Is that showing up on my, it is. It looks like it's showing up. I don't want it to show up. I want it just to, yeah. Let me see if I can hide that. YouTube chat, live chats, hide? No. Hide? No. I want to be able to see it, but I don't want you guys to see it. So how do I do that? Alright, let me just close that out. Let me delete that. Let me just delete that. Okay. Okay, I deleted that. You won't be seeing it anymore. Okay. Now I am trying. Man, this is so much fun right now, man. You guys are, if there's people watching, hopefully there's people watching. You guys, this is gonna be so freaking excited. Let me see. Let me fix the bit rate. That's what I need to fix. Is the bit rate. You're saying, yeah. How do I fix the video bit rate? I need to fix the video bit rate to 800 and keyframe interval. So do I fix that? Okay, here's bit rate. Okay, let me do 800 and hit OK. And let's see if that helps. Okay, now do I go... There's like a major delay that I can see on the Periscope. So let's see if I can fix it. Oh, I want to know if I can fix the bit rate. Do I go to the Periscope and fix the bit rate, or do I do I fix it using this? Okay, let's see here. Let's fix the bit rate on that, and let me go to my YouTube and fix the keyframe interval to 2. Okay, apparently I'm offline on YouTube. Am I? Okay, I'm still live on that. I'm still, okay, it's showing. Okay, now how do I fix the bit rate? Okay, how do I fix it? I want to fix it. Sources. If I can, let's see here if I can help. This is new, so hang on. Let me try and fix this, and if I can fix this, I can I'll continue on. If I can't fix it, I'll still continue on. Output. Okay, let's see here. Video encoding is at 650 for the bit rate. Okay, but how do I fix the key? The key. How do I fix that? Keyframe interval. Okay, do I go on? Okay, alright. Well, it says I'm online on both of them. And I can see me on Periscope. So I'll leave the Periscope up and see if there's any comments. I'll leave my YouTube up and see if there's any comments. I'm still live on YouTube. Thank you. Alright, so let's get down to this. This is the second episode of Mansplaining with me, Shane. Yeah, I'm here to mansplain. And apparently this is going to be an epic episode because it's supposed to be the end of the world tonight. The end of the world, people. The end of the world. Something's supposed to happen. It's already 9:05. Nothing major has happened yet, but they said probably, hopefully, about midnight. End of the world. Let me see. End of the world. End of the world. September 2017. And let's see here. Alright, so riotfest.org. Alright. So yeah, so this is this is supposed to be the end of the world tonight. End of the world. And let's go to it said would begin today. The end of the world would be beginning today, and when's it supposed to end? Let's see here. Riotfest. Let's go to Riotfest. This is .org. Riotfest.org. Alright, so yeah, with this live stream, I can show you what I'm seeing on my monitor, which is great. Fan-freaking-tastic. So this is great. So I'm on riotfest.org. Apparently the end of the world is supposed to be today. It says Riotfest. What is it? Okay, here we go. Let's bring up some Riotfest. And there was an article on here about the end of the world. Let me look up end of the world. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Riotfest is, but alright, here we go. The end of the world will begin today, and I feel fine. This is by Riotfest. So I don't know if this is like a band or a group, but let's see. Let's get into this and let's see what the hell is supposed to happen. All right, let's see here. Okay, so this was posted on September 5th, and let's see here. Okay. Alright, so this is on Riotfest. Fortunately, we only have a few more weeks before the end of the world, and at the end of civilization as we know it, and I feel fine. You know the song by REM. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. The good news or the bad news, depending on how you see it, is that the end of the world won't begin until after Riotfest weekend. According to a totally completely legit guy on the internet with his own website, David Mead says that he has cracked the code for both the pyramids and the Bible, claiming that the rogue planet Nibiru, or Planet X, is on a collision course with Earth. He says, and I quote, "It is very strange indeed that both the great sign of Revelation 12 and the Great Pyramid of Giza both point to one precise moment in time. September 20th to the 23rd, says Mead. Mead claims that there is a warning in the Old Testament in Isaiah 13:9-10, which reads, "See, the day of the Lord is coming, a cruel day, with wrath and anger, to make the land desolate and destroy the sinners within it. The stars of heaven and their constellations will not show their light. The rising sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light." He says that this passage is connected to what he calls with the 33 convenience conference, where a string of coincidences being all the number 33. He also believes the solar eclipse in August was a sign of the Great American Eclipse of August 21st, 2017, is a major, huge harbinger. When the eclipse begins on August 21st, the sunrise would be dark just as Isaiah predicts. He says the moon involved is called the black moon. These occur about every 33 months. In the Bible, the divine name of Emblem appears 33 times in Genesis. The eclipse would start in Lincoln Beach, Oregon, the 33rd state, and end on the 33rd degree of Charleston, South Carolina. Such a solar eclipse has not occurred since 1918, which is 99 years, or 33 times 3. Even if Mead's prediction is about the end of the world is wrong, the good news is that one day the earth will be destroyed and kill us all. The bad news is it probably won't happen in the next few weeks or even 4 years. But don't give up hope. The sweet release of global destruction will happen eventually. Here's the YouTube video that David Mead made. The way you know it's 100% real. Everything on YouTube is 100% real. It's the law. And that right there is all. Yeah, that right there is, you know, sarcasm, sarcastic. Yeah, being sarcastic. But yeah, so what this guy is doing is this whole. Look at that! You're back at me now. You get to see me. And what this guy is doing actually is, you know how you get these the conspiracy theorists that are out there, and they said, oh, the number 7 repeats this right here. The number 7 repeats, and then it's like the number 6, and well, he's doing the exact same thing with the whole number 33 thing. So the end of the world is supposed to happen today. You know, I didn't know about the end of the world until last night when we brought it up on Not Mainstream on the YouTube channel, Politically Alternative Media. If you're watching on Periscope, it's at Politically Alt on YouTube. And just subscribe, follow our YouTube channel, Politically Alternative Media. Go on Facebook, look up Politically Alternative Media, and like, share, subscribe with your friends and family, because YouTube, Twitter, Facebook is censoring us from here to Pakistan, from here to wherever you want to call them. Alright, let me check some comments and see if anybody has made any comments. Nobody's made any comments yet, because nobody's watching. Ooh, let me get some people here. Total 7 viewers, wow, okay. Yeah. Let me share the broadcast. I'm going to post it on Twitter, through, excuse me. Alright, so I posted this on Twitter. I'm going to retweet on Twitter, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to share the broadcast on share to let's share to our Facebook page, Politically Alternative Media, at Politically Alt. And I think, hopefully, yeah, okay, I'm still online. I'm making sure that I'm still online. But hopefully this broadcast will be an epic broadcast. It'll broadcast you guys live, the end of the world. You know, because everything must happen live now. Watch on Periscope. Periscope. Boom, 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 boom. Next. Alright, so let's get down to some of the topics that I posted that I decided to discuss. Now, I know there's going to be a huge delay between live streams and everything, but one of the topics was going to be, and still is, was the Emmys. So this past last week, were the Emmys. Now, I did not watch the Emmys. I did not watch any clips of the Emmys. I think the only clips I watched was on Real News with David Knight by InfoWars throughout the week. Okay, so Zero Hedge, made a mistake. They said that Trump barred Breitbart from the rally. It wasn't Trump. It was Strangest People. Yeah. It wasn't Trump's people. It was Strangers. Trump brought them in. You see, what happened was that the Breitbart was allowed to show up at the rally, but the people who was part of the rally was Strangest People, and so they barred them from the rally. But one of the editors for Breitbart actually got in because of the Trump White House. I was putting Trump White House brought them in. Alright. So, taking care of that. Let's go back to the crappies. Yeah, that'd be good. The crappies. Yeah, because they're crap. The Emmys are crap. So I didn't watch the Emmys at all. I didn't even hardly watch any clips, except for, like I said, through the whole Real News segment on YouTube with David Knight by InfoWars. One of the clips that I watched was Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, and Dolly Parton. And Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda, you know, said, "Oh, Trump's a sexist, he's a racist, he's a sexist pig," and blah, 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 blah. And then you have Dolly, she was in the middle, she was, you know, looking at Jane Fonda and looking at Lily Tomlin, and her eyes got as big as her boobs, alright? She looked embarrassed, she looked uncomfortable, I don't think she wanted to be there. But, yeah, but I don't think it will hurt Dolly that much. I think she may get a little backlash and through oh, okay. Yeah, through the left, the extremist left, through the progressive left. Alright, through the progressive left, saying, "Why didn't you call Trump a sexist? Why didn't you call him a racist? Why didn't you call him a misogynist?" And if Dolly has a whole bunch of fans up to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Dollywood. I don't see it. I don't see it hurting her a little. It may hurt her a little bit because she was not involved completely with the whole saying he was a sexist, misogynist, racist, homophobe, pig, but she was, you know, technically in the middle of it. She was on stage with them, but I don't really see it hurting. So they had the Nazi host Stephen Colbert. The reason why I say Nazi host is because he threw up the Nazi hand salute on one of his shows a couple of days ago, sometime last week or a couple of weeks ago. Hey, Frida boy. Yeah, so you have the Hollywood elite, the out of touch wannabes. They're so out of touch with reality. They're so out of touch with actual mainstream America, and I call it mainstream America because it's the middle America, basically. But mainstream Americans, or people that's doesn't care about this whole racist nonsense, that doesn't care about this whole sexist, misogynist nonsense, who doesn't care at all about any of these issues. The only issues they care about is jobs, healthcare, tax reform, Obamacare, securing the borders, and that's what the mainstream middle America cares about. Okay, so you have California, and you got New York. There are liberal swamps of people there, and you have the Emmys going on, the 69th annual Emmys, which is the lowest rated Emmys in the history of Emmys, and not a lot of people tuned in. A lot of people probably tuned in and saw the whole musical number with Stephen Colbert, and he bashed Trump repeatedly in that musical number, and tuned out on it. And I don't blame him. I would tune out too if I would have watched. And I don't think a lot of people really did tune in at all. And they didn't. And by not tuning in, I mean actual watching the intro of the Emmys, but not tune in. Period. Flip the channel. Channel flippers. That's what they are. It's channel flippers. But yeah. So I came and do mansplaining tonight, and to talk about Hollywood and their liberal swamp that's infecting America. And it is affecting America. I mean, you see it in the movies, you see it in the TV shows, you see it everywhere in the commercials. Everywhere you go, you see some Hollywood celebrity, on C-SPAN or CNN or one of these mainstream media outlets saying Donald Trump is a racist. He's they do this, talking down to the American people, thinking they're better than you, and that's what they do. They think they're better than you, but they're not. They're not better than you. They're just people who was born with a silver golden spoon in their mouth. But yeah, so they're on, these news organizations talking down to the American people. Yes, Donald Trump is a racist. He is a sexist. I can't bring up any facts about it, but I can guarantee you, I'm a celebrity. You can trust me. He's a sexist. He's a racist. He's a misogynist. Yes, that's basically how every single, or almost every single Hollywood celebrity is. I mean, with Stephen Colbert and Alec Baldwin and all the feminazis of Hollywood. I mean, there's a handful of good celebrities out there like James Woods, Antonio Sabata Jr., I guess you can have musicians as Hollywood celebrities like Joy Vila, Kayla Jones, the Pussycat Dolls, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm a dude. I didn't listen to the freaking girl bands, but you have Rosie O'Donnell. Big example right there. Rosie O'Donnell, who thinks she's above everybody else, who thinks she knows everything. Again, it's so painful to watch these Hollywood celebrities, to watch people out there dissing the president, dissing American values, dissing the Constitution, dissing the country as a whole, and basically praising North Korea, and you see that with multiple celebrities. Let me see if I can bring up, and this is a Breitbart article I'm going to bring up here, and they're like tweets from actual celebrities praising Kim Jong-un and praising the dictator of North Korea, which is absolutely insane because you have the same celebrities, the exact same celebrities who, you know, saying, oh, Trump is a dictator, he must be stopped, he must be stopped. And I'm like, okay, first off, if you think Trump's a dictator, then why not support the dictator? Because you'd support every freaking dictator there is. I mean, you support Kim Jong-un, you support the dictator of Venezuela, who went to straight socialism. They're in a communist dictatorship now. You mourn the death of Fidel Castro, was a brutal dictator who the Cuban people was trying to escape from, but, you know, rarely couldn't. So you have all these Hollywood celebrities praising these progressive dictator types, like Kim Jong-un apparently is a progressive dictator now. But you have these people that's praising these dictators, and you also have the exact same celebrities saying, oh, Trump's a dictator, he must be stopped. Well, if he's a dictator, then why not praise him? Seriously, come on. It's proof that Trump isn't a dictator. Now, if Trump was a dictator, and if he was, like, you know, a hardcore dictator, then I absolutely believe that the entire people, the entire Hollywood celebrities, the entire left, the entire extremist left would praise him to half to death. They'd be praising him. But he's not a dictator, okay? He's not a dictator. And he's not, Hey Cheryl, I see that you might be watching me. But he's not a dictator, and that's what they hate about him, is because he's pro-America, he's pro-sovereignty, he's pro-constitution, he's pro-everything, he's pro-job, he wants America to succeed, he wants America to prosper, he's pro-prosperity. So, and then you have these, you have these damn celebrities who think they know everything, in reality they don't. Right here, Chelsea freaking Handler, and let me go to my, and as you can see, my, streaming live. I don't know why that's saving. Control S means save. But let me refresh the article. Control S to save. Chelsea Handler, maybe we trade Trump for Kim Jong-un. He's a fucking dictator. He's a dictator, damn it. Chelsea Handler. Okay, so I'm going to read the article. So when I did mansplaining, I said that I'm going to read the entire article of any articles that I have. Comedian and talk show host Chelsea, I don't know why they call her a comedian. She's not a comedian. She's a D-list comedian. And D-list talk show host Chelsea Handler praised North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's warning letter to President Trump this week, writing on her social media account that the threatening letter sounded a bit more sane than Trump, and suggesting the two countries should trade leaders. And this is a tweet, and I'm going to read this. Kim Jong-un's letter to Donald Trump is a bit more sane than at real Donald Trump. Maybe we trade? In the letter to Trump this week, Kim called Trump a gangster fond of playing with fire, and said the president's speech in UN earlier this week, in which Trump vowed to totally destroy North Korea and called Kim Rocket Man, was mentally deranged behavior. A frightened dog barks louder, the North Korean leader said in its statement referring to Trump's UN speech. I'd like to advise Trump to exercise prudence in selecting words and to be considerate of whom he speaks to when making a speech in front of the world. Handler, who this week got into a social media fight after she called black conservatives, okay, listen to this, black conservatives Stacey Dash and Dr. Ben Carson as black white supremacists. What planet are these people on when Chelsea D-list comedian Handler call a black people black white supremacists? That is, okay, so if you've been to grammar school in English class, that's a double negative, alright? That's a double negative. That's a double negative. A black-white supremacist. Doesn't make any sense. Totally made up. Regularly issues politically charged jokes from her Twitter account, of which to take aim at Trump. Earlier this week, Handler wondered whether Russia hacked the weather system. Alright, and this is from Chelsea D-list Handler. D-list Chelsea. Trump said he would totally destroy North... Trump said he would totally destroy North Korea. Yeah, if he was president of North Korea. What if we found out Russia hacked the weather system? The 42, she looks like she's freaking 92. Look at her. Right there, look at her. You know, they put like freaking makeup on, Botox her. They probably gave her the Joan Rivers special. The 42-year-old Netflix host has been one of Trump's most outspoken D-list celebrity critics. In August, D-list is my term for her. She called on the U.S. military to forcibly remove President... Okay, so she called the military to enact martial law to remove the president and probably to install Hillary during an episode of her talk show this month. Handler attacked Trump for a proposal to end Obama-era DACA program. She encouraged the audience to contact their representatives in Congress to protest Trump's decision. And if you're done doing that, go on Twitter and tell Trump to start drafting his resignation tweet, she said. Handler, who also previously attacked members of the Trump's family, including the First Lady Melania Trump, whom she says she would never interview on a talk show because she can barely speak English, like OMG, like totally OMG. Oh my god. So these Hollywood celebrities are absolutely insane, and you probably saw that before I switch it to me. That Hollywood celebrities are now praising John McCain because they're okay. So Hollywood celebrities and corrupt politicians and neocons like John McCain, Chuck Schumer, they're all on the same fucking platform. People, wake up, all right? They hate America. They want America to fail. They want to destroy America within, to rebuild it into a socialist regime. Alright, that's what they want. They want a socialist regime. Because you have all these celebrities talking about how socialism is great, how communism is good, how a dictator like North Koreans, Kim Jong-un is, you know, the next Jesus or whatever. And they're praising these freaking people. They want America to fail. They want America to burn. They want to burn America within. That's what they want. They want to burn America within. And the way they do it is by doubling down, by tripling down on their anti-Trump narrative. Okay, so you have the mainstream media against Trump. You have these Hollywood celebrities, so-called celebrities, against Trump. You have, you know, these neocons like Paul Rhino and John McCain and Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell and then you've got the other, extremists. You got Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and the rest, and Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and the rest of them. They're all for, and including the deep state and shadow government. All these five groups right there. These five groups right there wants Donald Trump to fail, wants America to fail, wants to enslave the American people, wants to basically burn down the America as we know it, tear up the Constitution, tear up the Declaration of Independence, tear down these monuments of Washington, Andrew Jackson, and all these other historical figures in America. They want to tear it all down. They want to burn it. They want to burn it down on the ground, all on the ground. They want to burn it all on the ground, and then they want to rebuild it into this socialist enslavement regime. And that was going to happen if Hillary got it. If Hillary would have won the presidency, we would have been enslaved to Hillary. We would have been, building monuments to Hillary and and all this other nonsensical stuff that Hillary would have done. She would have taken away the guns. She would have taken away free speech. She would have taken away every freaking amendment of the Constitution. She would have done all of that, put it into wars. I mean, you know, the world would have been on fire if Hillary got it, because that's how Hillary is. She is evil. She cannot be trusted. She is just an horrible bitch. I cannot absolutely stand her. Okay, so let me go back to Hollywood, and I'm also going to talk about the whole NFL and sports nonsense that's going on. These sports people. So we see, if you get that. So Hollywood stars are praising John McCain now. They're praising him. They love him, even though he's a Republican and a conservative. And why are they praising him? Because he killed the Obamacare repeal. Now, granted, the Lindsey Graham and Cassidy Obamacare repeal was a horrible deal put in place by Lindsey Graham, because I don't trust Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is an absolute lapdog to John McCain. But apparently John McCain, you know, spanked the little lapdog's ass and told him, nope, not going to get Obamacare repealed, because John McCain is a neocon. He's a neocon, and this whole brain cancer that I don't care he has brain cancer. It's karma. Karma is coming back to haunt him. He's getting, John McCain, you know, I don't respect him at all. I absolutely don't. I cannot stand the neocon. John McCain is the reason why Congress needs term limits. But, you know, you have celebrities praising John McCain, absolutely saying, yeah, John McCain, woo, you screw the American people, yay, woo, yeah. But, yeah, so you have these Hollywood celebrities praising John McCain, saying, yeah, they agree with him, screwing the American people. They agreed 100% totally with him. So, let's see here. Yep, so they praised him. So Hollywood celebrities took to social media Friday to pour praise upon John McCain. Woo, yeah! Screw the American people like that. Yeah, stick it to him. Following his announcement that he would oppose the Graham-Cassidy Obamacare repeal bill. D-list comedian, I'm adding the D-list because I cannot stand her as much as the next person and Chelsea Handler combined. Comedian Rosie O'Donnell, a very vocal D-list comedian Rosie O'Donnell, a very vocal critic of President Trump, thanked God for Senator McCain, which is weird because I don't believe she believes in God and Jesus, and because if she did, she wouldn't be so much hateful. She wouldn't have so much hate in her heart if she did. Thank God for Senator McCain, while the anti-Trump actor, director Rob Reiner meathead thanked the Arizona Senator for being a hero once again. Rosie. And let's see if we can do a Rosie impersonation. I can't do a Rosie impersonation, but I can sure as hell try. Thank God for John McCain, Sir John McCain. I cannot in good conscience vote for the bill of Obamacare. And this is from Huffington Post, which is an absolutely trash rag of a news organization. They're lower than they're the same as BuzzFeed and CNN. Yeah, John McCain said I cannot in good conscience vote for the GOP, which is bullshit, because John McCain ran on repealing Obamacare. And the people of Arizona is definitely going to remember this when the elections come again, the primaries, I guess you can call it, or midterm elections, because Arizona, the premiums are going up. They're going straight up through the roof. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at the premiums now, and they just crashed through my roof right now in Arizona. They crashed. I'm not in Arizona, but you get the point. They're crashed. They just crashed through the roof. Yeah. They broke the glass ceiling that Hillary Clinton was supposed to break. That's what these premiums are doing. They're breaking the glass ceiling that Hillary was supposed to break. Yep. That is what is happening. Cheryl was watching, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Cheryl? Hey Cheryl, if you're watching live on YouTube or Periscope, I want to thank you for tuning in. 2 people are watching on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, the premiums are going through, they're crashing through the glass ceiling that Hillary is supposed to crash through. His meathead, John McCain, a hero once again. Hopefully this will encourage other senators to have the courage and kill this abomination once and for all. And yeah, well, you know what, Rob Reiner, he's, hell, Cher, jeez, oh my, give me a freaking break. I cannot stand meathead, I can't stand Cher. Indeed, it was the second time Senator McCain has defied President Trump and saved Obamacare from the repeal in the Senate. And again, the people of Arizona is going to watch, see this. They're going to watch this. They're going to see this. They're going to hopefully, I pray that the people of Arizona have some common sense and vote John McCain out, because he is screwing. He's not only screwing the American people. He's screwing the people of Arizona. He screwed the people of Arizona twice. He needs to be out. I call on to President Trump saying that John McCain needs to be impeached because he has mental issues. I mean, he does have brain cancer. Brain cancer can affect your mental state, and he needs to be booted out. I mean, he's not mentally capable of handling the Senate. He needs to be out. And plus there needs to be term limits once and for all. Then John McCain said in a statement on Friday, "I cannot in good conscience vote for the Graham Cassidy proposal. I believe we could do better working together, Republicans and Democrats, and have not yet really tried. Come on, give me a break." And then he goes on to continue, "Nor could I support it without knowing how much it will cost, how it will affect insurance premiums. The insurance premiums are already freaking sky high through the roof. Give me a break, John McCain. Obamacare is ruining insurance premiums. I mean, insurance have been pulling out from county to county, state to state, and there's only now one insurance that people can get on, and their premiums are so through the roof. It's because they don't have any competition to compete with the other insurance companies. There's no competitions for insurance. How many people can be helped or hurt by it? The statement said, "Without a full CBO score, which won't be available until the end of the month, we won't have reliable answers for any of the questions." And the CBO is completely bullshit, completely nonsense. Other liberal celebrities, including late-night host Jimmy Kimmel, who railed against the Graham Cassidy bill all week on his CBS show, cheered John McCain. "Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Senator John McCain, for being a hero again and again and now and again," Jimmy Kimmel wrote on Twitter. And below, oh, you guys are going to love my Cher impersonation. Below is a roundup of reaction from several celebrities thanking Senator McCain out against the Senate repeal of Obamacare. "Oh, bless you, John McCain. Oh, this is the first time I watched you to take the whole world and pick American over people politics. Oh." That's my Cher impersonation. Stephen Colbert, Nazi Colbert I like to call him because he did the Nazi salute. The remaining GOP senators, totally cool with voting in bad conscience. Jokingly, I guess. And there's Jimmy Kimmel. Bo Willimon? I've never heard of this guy. Who the hell is Bo Willimon? The announcement means we can't let up your voices up. No, our voice is not being heard. If their voices are being heard, then Obamacare would have been repealed by now, but they're not being heard. We have neocons like John McCain and all these other neocon Republicans who's against Trump, who's against American people, who's against the Make America Great Again agenda, screwing the American people, screwing the Make America Great Again agenda. 2 more announcements like this, and the GCHJ is finished. What the hell is he talking about? Who's this Bo Willimon? And what the hell is he talking about? Get louder. Mark Ruffalo, who's only known for being the Hulk in the Marvel movies, says, "Thank you, John McCain." I'm going to add screwing the American people onto that. Screwing the people of Arizona. Lena Dunham is an absolutely disgusting person, disgusting human being, Birth control, nope. Parental care, nope. Prenatal care, nope. Mental illness, nada. Prescription rehab, birth control, nope. People need these services to live and bring forth life. Okay, first off, bring forth life. You are pro-abortion. You are pro-killing babies up until like the 3rd trimester. So how are you, want to say bring forth life? Give me a freaking break. John McCain, she goes on to say McCain's support is bellwether, but we need GOP to wake up to the devastation that could cause so many of us. Disgusting human being. Lynn Manuel Miranda says thank you. Don't know who she is. Jeffrey Wright. Not sure who that is. Common sense and a right to Trump's jaw in the midst of fight with brain cancer. Think we would have will of him, but kudos. Josh Gad, who was in Frozen. Thank you, John McCain, for doing the right thing. To elude so many of your colleagues, thank you sincerely, Billy Eichner. People have spoken. Resist. Another disgusting human being, Alyssa Milano. Thank you for no vote on Graham Cassidy bill, McCain. Your leadership is appreciated. Another disgusting human being. George Takei, excellent news. But let's keep pressure on, friends. Keep calling your senators, urge them to vote no on Graham Cassidy. Okay, first off, they're calling him to vote yes. People want Obamacare to be repealed. But even though the Graham Cassidy bill isn't an abolishment, is horrible, I wouldn't vote for it either. But how hard is it to repeal Obamacare? I mean, it should not be this hard. All you have to do is write up a bill that says repeal Obamacare. Have 50 people vote on it. Have Mike Pence break the tie, and Obamacare should be repealed. Zach Braff, whose career is all but dead by now, it says bam. Alright, I think I'm back on to me. No, I am not. Now I'm back on to me. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. Geez, I just don't know. I cannot. Okay, so here's what needs to happen with Obamacare. Obamacare is a disaster. I know it. You know it. Everybody that's watching this knows it. The people that's on Obamacare hates it. The premiums are skyrocketing through the roof. They voted for Trump to get rid of Obamacare. They hate Obamacare. Obamacare was supposed to ruin insurance companies to make a single payer plan. People do not want a single payer plan, because if a single payer plan is in place, it'll be devastation to the American people. It'll bankrupt this country. People will be dying on the streets waiting on health care. They say, oh, look at Canada. Canada's healthcare system is failing. Slowly but surely it is failing. It is failing, and failing. But these people want the American people to get screwed over. And that's what they want. Because it suits their, the people, George Soros, the people that controls them, George Soros and the Koch brothers and all these other lobbyists and special interest groups. And yeah, but let's continue on here with the NFL and what Trump said last night. And let me bring up some articles here. Boom, 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 about the NFL. About ESPN, and let's see here. So, if you didn't watch the rally last night, which I highly recommend because I've seen clips of the rally last night, and Trump was absolutely on fire. He sounded pissed off. He really did. He sounded pissed off. He sounded severely pissed off, which is great. I love to piss off Trump. It's one of my most precious moments when Trump is pissed off, because once he's pissed off, you get some great moments, and you got some great moments last night. And what Trump did last night was he called out the NFL and the anthem protesters, the I guess you can call it entitled sports players, the entitled players of sports, or any of those people. So he called them all out, and he said, if I was the owners, I would say, and this is his quote, not mine, get that son of a bitch off the field, you're fired. Boom. End of story. Well, and we was talking about that last night on Not Mainstream with Henry and Amy and I. And I said that Trump was going to get severe backlash on this. And, whew, boy, did he get severe backlash. Let me go to here. And as you can see, hopefully, yeah, it switched. On Dennis Michael Lynch, list grows of sports teams firing back at Trump over NFL comments. Alright, and at a rally for Alabama Senate candidate Luther Strange, hashtag losing Luther, because he is a loser. He is not going to win the election. He is not, the people of Alabama is not going to vote for him. He is losing in the polls. Now, if by some miracle he wins, I absolutely wholeheartedly believe they rigged it against him because of the whole Trump endorsement. But at a rally for Alabama Senate candidate Luther Strange, losing Luther, President Trump slammed sports players who kneeled during the national anthem, saying it was disrespectful, and sports team owners are firing back in disapproval of his remarks. And this is his quote. Trump said, "Wouldn't you love to see these NFL owners who, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, he's fired." And Trump, and as Trump said, the audience cheered through him. And then he continues on, you know, some owner's going to do that. He's going to say, that guy that disrespects our flag, he's fired. And that owner would be the most popular person for a week, because that's a total disrespect of everything we stand for, Trump said. So far, the owners are not responding in agreement. Now, I'm going to read these statements. And there's these buzzwords that almost in every statement repeats. Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross tweeted out a statement chiding President Trump for his criticism about the NFL players who kneeled during the national anthem, and said the country needs unifying leadership, not more divisiveness. Alright, keep that word in mind, diversity, divisiveness. 4 Miami Dolphins players knelt in prayer during the national anthem last NFL season before several games. And this is the statement. Our country needs unifying leadership right now, not more divisiveness, Ross said in his statement on Saturday. We need to seek to understand each other and have a civil discourse instead of condemnation and sound bites. I know our players who kneeled for the national anthem are kneel for the anthem, and these are smart young men of character who want to make our world a better place for everyone. They wanted to start a conversation and are making a difference in our community, and including working with law enforcement to bringing people together. San Francisco 49ers, who did not bring back Communist Colin Kaepernick, Communist Colin. CEO Jed York spoke out against President Trump for his callous and offensive comments, and he tweeted out the following statement. Again, the callous and offensive comments made by the president are contradictory to what this great country stands for. Our players have exercised their rights as United States citizens to spark a conversation. Again, you hear that? That is in this. If you go back up, again, right here, it said to start a conversation. Alright, start a conversation. Again, spark, wording is a little bit different, but to spark a conversation. Again, these are repetitive. These statements are, they're in it all together. They're all in it together. I mean, it is statements. To spark a conversation, start a conversation. I mean, the only difference, not much difference. The wording's a little bit different, but not much difference. An action to address social injustice. We will continue to support them in their peaceful pursuit of positive change in our country and around the world. The San Francisco 49ers will continue to work bringing communities. Okay, again, we'll continue to work toward bringing communities and those who serve them. Let's go back up right here. Making difference in our community. Again, wording a little bit different, but same gist. But okay, so San Francisco 49ers, that's where Communist Kaepernick was a player on last season. Why didn't you guys bring him back? If you support him, why didn't you bring him back? The reason why you didn't bring him back, and the reason why he's a free agent now, is because they knew last season that the protests were hurting in the NFL. They were hurting the games. They were hurting the ratings. They were hurting the attendance. All right. Now here it is, a year, and then not only that, last year they were Roger Goodall and the NFL and ESPN says, oh well, the ratings is low because of the election. They're low because of the debates. They're low because of this and this and this. They had every excuse under the book last season to explain why the ratings were low and the attendance were low and ESPN losing subscribers and all that. They had every excuse under the book. Well, flash forward to 2017. There is no election, no other stuff going on. Alright, so what excuse now for having poor attendance, poor ratings, and then I'll go to a Breitbart article in a little bit after I continue on with this. But again, if the election was all about poor ratings in the NFL and on the games, then what excuse do they have this year? Green Bay Packers CEO Mark Murphy posted the following statement on the team's website. It is unfortunate that the president decided to use his Emmer's platform to make diversive and offensive statements. Diversive and offensive statements. Now if we go back to right here, diversive, and then where is it? I don't see that. And then right here, actually, yeah, it's not it, but diversive and offensive statements. I mean, again, right here, offensive. Again, wording a little bit different, but the same gist. You get the gist of it. About our players and the NFL. We strongly believe that players and leaders in our communities and positive. We strongly believe that players and leaders in our communities again, and positive influences, they have achieved their position through tremendous work and dedication and should be celebrated for their success and positive impact. We believe it is important to support any of our players who choose peacefully to express themselves with the hope of change for good. As Americans, we are fortunate to be able to speak open and freely. Seattle Seahawks player Richard Sherman also posted a statement on Twitter slamming slam against Trump. The behavior of the president is unacceptable and needs to be addressed. If you do not condemn this diversive rhetoric, you are condoning it, Sherman said. The NFL Players Association and the National Football League, along with many players themselves, started the backlash early morning, all coming out in opposition to the president for his statement. President Trump fired back directly to NFL Commissioner Roger Goodall, tweeting, Roger Goodall of the NFL just put out a statement trying to justify the total disrespect for certain players to show this country. Put out a statement to justify the total disrespect certain players show to our country. Tell them to stand. President Trump also re-emphasized his point in a two-part Twitter message Saturday afternoon, stating, if a player wants the privilege of making millions of dollars in the NFL or other leagues, he or she should not be allowed to disrespect our great American flag or country, and should stand for the national anthem. If you're not, you're fired. Find something else to do. And a lot of people agree with that. And a lot of people approve of that. Wait a minute. I saw a comment coming from at DMN_TLDR. I'm not sure what he said. Let me see if I can see it. He's watching on Periscope. But going back to the NFL, I'm not sure what he said. I missed the comment. I don't know if he liked it or made a comment or what. But going back to the NFL and the ratings, yeah. So you have Roger Goodell, you have the American people, you have the football players. I know approving this disrespect, saying that you know, giving the bird to the people that watch the games, that watch the you know, goes to the games and watch the games on TV. They're flipping the American people off by justifying this. They're giving the American people the finger. And yeah. So, and I'm glad President Trump came out with the whole hashtag boycott NFL or hashtag dump NFL if you want to dump the NFL. Hashtag boycott. Now, mainstream media is having a hissy fit on this, and so is the NFL. The reason why they're having a hissy fit on this is because President Trump's popularity. They know, I don't know why I'm keep on. They know how popular Trump is. They know they don't want to admit it. Mainstream media doesn't want to admit it. The NFL doesn't want to admit it. The NBA doesn't want to admit it. None of these sports organizations, mainstream media, does not want to admit it. But they know how much popularity President Trump has. Let me go back to me. They know how much popularity President Trump has. They know once Trump says something, the American people is going to jump on it, and they're going to stick to it, and they're going to be like, yep, I agree, let's boycott the NFL. And that's why the NFL and mainstream media is having a hissy fit right now, because Trump is basically saying, boycott the NFL, don't watch any of the games, don't go to the stadiums. If once the national anthem starts and you see any player, even just one player, you know, not standing for the national anthem, leave the stadium. And President Trump is a powerful figure. He's got a hardcore base. He's got some of the stragglers. I call them the stragglers because they technically didn't support him in the election, but they're slowly straggling along. They're slowly converting over because of all the anti-Trump that's going on. Because I mean, they regurgitate anti-Trump stuff multiple times. They regurgitate anti-Trump, and they're like, we're getting sick and tired of this. We're not watching it anymore. You know, screw what they say. You know, I'm gonna you know, side with Trump on this. The mainstream media is they're turning these the in-betweeners that doesn't support Democrats, that doesn't support Republicans, that didn't support Trump in the general election, but they're watching mainstream media and they're seeing how much bias they have towards them. They're seeing how much hatred the mainstream media has, and they're siding with Trump on this. And we see that, and we saw that with the silent majority that voted in the election. But yeah, the mainstream media hates that Trump is saying boycott the NFL because the people, his supporters, will boycott the NFL. And don't believe the fake news that's coming from ESPN and the extremist left and the mainstream media on the left that's saying that the reason why people are boycotting the NFL and the games is because Colin Kaepernick has not been signed. You know what? The NFL is so incompetent. Roger Goodell is such an idiot. He says so himself. He's not a football expert, and everybody agrees with it. I don't watch football personally. I'm not a football fan. The only time I watch football is the Super Bowl, is because I love doing predictions of the Super Bowl and who won. Speaking of that, I predicted that the Patriots won the Super Bowl. I predicted that it would be going into overtime, and it happened. So yeah, I love predicting. I refer to myself as Shane but I digress. But going back to that, so you have Roger Goodell, basically crapping himself. Has to force himself to make a statement justifying this, which is going to turn a lot of people off. Roger Goodell's statement is going to turn a lot of people off because they call him clown face. They don't like Roger Goodell. They don't like Roger Goodell. Goodell. Roger Goodell. I call him Goodell. They don't like Roger Goodell. The NFL fans. NFL fans are mainstream conservative. They mainstream themselves with conservative issues. Mostly NFL fans supported President Trump, but yeah, they hate that Trump said that in the statement because he's powerful, and you're going to see this more and more often of more people tuning out, and I say more people are going to start tuning out if they keep and according to them statements that they're going to keep this up. The protests, the national anthem protests, are going to keep up. Hopefully, people will be tuning out. Again, I said on a Facebook post, if you're in a stadium, and I agree with Trump, if you're at a stadium, if you see anybody protesting the national anthem, doesn't matter who, walk out of that stadium. If you're watching on TV, turn the TV off, go outside, do something. Play football with your friends, play football with your family, play football with your kids, or turn the channel. Tune out. Start tuning out. Start boycotting the NFL. Boycott. I mean, you know what? The NFL players, they have all the right to boycott the national anthem, I guess you can call it. Just as we, the viewer, have all the right to boycott the NFL. We have every single right to boycott the NFL. We have every single right to make sure their paychecks start dropping inch by inch, little by little. We have every right to do that. But let's go to let me go to some articles on Breitbart. All right, so right here is another article. Hopefully you can see that. Yep, you can see that. Not just TV ratings drop, but the NFL also suffering tumbling turnout at California stadiums. Now, California is super liberal, and that's where the San Francisco 49ers are from, which is shocking to say the least, because you think that the California people, seeing how they're the liberal swamp, they would support it. If the NFL doesn't have just a ratings problem, it also has a major attendance problem, particularly among the California teams who don't appear to be able to draw flies. Each of the season's first 3 games saw dwindling attendance for both Los Angeles Rams and the Chargers so far this season, and many posts on social media have featured nearly empty stadiums for the 2 Los Angeles-based teams. Even with the game played in San Francisco on Thursday night, the Rams and the 49ers had trouble filling Levi Stadium. And this is from Michael Perdido. At Levi Stadium for the 49ers-Rams game, I found cobwebs in my row. Hashtag cheap seats, hashtag sign of times, hashtag go Niners, hashtag 49er faithful. And look at that. And this is a section, entire row section. Lindsay 30 kickoff. It's kickoff at the Coliseum between Rams and Redskins. Not many here to see it. And look at all those empty seats. And this is kickoff time. They're not even a quarter way full. Now, I don't know if they're halfway full, but kickoff, wow. You never judge a crowd at kickoff, and look at that. StubHub Meditis through first quarter. End zones look full, most empty seats, and most expensive sections. And you see, I mean, they can't even draw Hillary-sized crowds into freaking Levi stadiums. I mean, this is like a Hillary crowd. LA radio host Judson Richards also noted there seemed to be as many fans for Miami in attendance than there were for the Chargers in Week 2. The Big League called the numbers a massive embarrassment for the league, while pointing out that the college game in San Diego earned a 43,040 fans in the seats. Even LA's mayor said that the city doesn't really need 2 NFL teams. Mayor Eric Garcetti recently said, "We embrace any team that comes. We're certainly happy to have the Chargers in LA, but I think we could have been just as happy with the Rams." According to the Big League, the league has been alarmed by the low turnout at stadiums across the country and are watching the matter closely. The attendance problem in California isn't entirely surprising. Pretty much everyone has figured out that the arrival of the Rams and Chargers would be a dud in Los Angeles. The NFL was always far more into LA than LA was into them. The 49ers are quite surprisingly though, they're also a terrible football team. So some of this can be explained by the dynamic as well. Week 2 TV ratings were also underwhelming. While Fox saw pretty good ratings, NBC and CBS saw the exact opposite. Breitbart's Dylan Gwynn reported. Week 2 came into new lows on TV, both over Week 1 ratings as well as that of last year. Ratings are so bad that some analysts are warning that the networks could lose up to $200 million lost in ad revenue and earnings this year. So let me go to the other articles that was hyperlinked in that. Week 2, and week is spelled W-E-A-K because they're weak. Excuse me. Week 2 NFL ratings fell to impress during mixed bag second week. It's going to be interesting to see the third week and the fourth week. It's going to be really interesting to see the next week following the whole Trump controversy. I predict that ratings will be even lower. I really do. That's my prediction. I think ratings will be even lower by next week because of this whole Trump thing. I'd be absolutely surprised if the NFL ratings would be higher than they were during that. The NFL was underwhelmingly during the first week of the season and really whelming during the second week. Fox saw a massive surge in Week 2. However, CBS and NBC, both anti-Trump, saw their numbers go down compared to last year. And like I said, compared to last year, the excuse was the election. Well, this year there is no election, so what's their excuse this year? While Fox feature broadcasts of the Cowboys and Broncos drew a whopping 18% increase over last year's broadcast in the same afternoon time slot. However, on Sunday, the Cowboys and Broncos were delayed for over an hour due to inclement weather. The delay resulted in a far larger audience for Fox, giving the network essentially an hour of unopposed coverage. A look at the ratings for the rest of the league paint a far more grim picture. Ratings for NBC, nothing but crap. Sunday Night Football were down. As for ratings for the Communist Broadcasting System and the Fox early slate of afternoon games, according to USA Today. And again, USA Today is a mainstream publication. NBC's telecast of the Atlanta Falcons 34-23 victory over the Green Bay Packers netted an overnight rating of 12.6 and a 21 share. The numbers announced by NBC on Monday included 50 metered markets, which once again did not include Florida as the state recovers from the Hurricane Irma. Last year's Minnesota Vikings-Packers games on Sunday Night Football had a final rating of 12.7. I'm not really particularly sure of the ratings scale, 12.7 and 12.6, and that is a bit low. I think is low. CBS reported a combined overnight of a 9.2 with a 20 share of its games on Sunday. Fox's first game Sunday, part of its doubleheader, had an overnight rating of 8.5, which was down to 20% compared to CBS's early game last year per Sports Media Watch. NFL spokesman Joe Lockhart summed up the weekend charitably. Sunday was kind of a mixed bag. Fox had a huge audience, especially given there was a weather delay for about an hour. Give me a break. Again, it could be easily argued the delay into the Cowboys-Broncos game actually benefited the rating. However, while the dip in the NBC's overnight rating isn't huge, the drop for the Fox early game is quite significant. Either way, the numbers, these aren't the numbers the NFL wants to see. Okay, that's the same one. Okay, let's go here. Networks could lose $200 million if NFL ratings continues. Again, this is I think going into week 3. Yeah, week 3. So week 3 probably starts tomorrow. So week 1, week 2, week 3. Yeah, I think week 3 starts tomorrow. I'm not sure how they do that. I don't know if it starts on a Sunday or the Monday, but I think week 3 is going to start tomorrow. And it's going to be really, really interesting for the games tomorrow of what after the so-called backlash from President Trump. And if NFL fans continue to turn away from football, the TV networks could lose as much as $200 million in earnings, according to a new report. After ratings for week 2 crashed, let me go back to that article for just a moment. For the week 2. And see when that was posted. Okay, September 20th. That was September 20th. So I'm guessing week 2 was the week of the 10th. Or the week of the 17th. Maybe. One of those. Crashed. Adding to the angst already felt by a poor showing in week 1. Industry insiders and analysis are sounding the alarm. The sound of the alarm. Oh God. People aren't watching football because it's too political. Oh no, what we do? Be more political. Be more political. Make sure they keep on protesting that national anthem. A new report claims that CBS, ESPN, Fox, and NBC could take a $200 million hit to the estimated $2.5 billion in NFL advertising if fans continue to turn off the TV. And the trend will continue. Like I said, I predict that in the upcoming week we'll see even lower ratings because of the whole President Trump. Because the football fans are mostly Trump supporters. If fans continue to turn off the TV, the Hollywood Reporter noted recently, the worries over earnings are not allied by the fact that the season's week 2 is the lowest mark for CBS since 1998. Okay, so yeah. The week 3 is not looking good, especially with President Trump telling keep on boycotting the NFL, and then you have these NFL teams, and I just read a lot to you guys, actually supporting the anthem protest, basically supporting the anthem protest. So mix Roger Goodell's support of the anthem protest, add that with the team support of the anthem protest, and add that to Trump saying boycott. Alright, so this equation is anthem protests plus Roger Goodell support plus the players support plus the team support plus Trump saying boycott the NFL. That is going to equal to low ratings. And the first 2 games of the season are down double digits in a multi-year low compared to last year. Again, what excuse do they have? They don't have the election excuse. Guggenheim Securities analyst Michael Morris told THR that he hoped that the 2017 season would be better than last year, but admitted that early results do not support this optimism. There we go. Since the NFL season opened September 7th, so opened September 7th, so that's going to be the first week, and then the second week, so yeah, so we're going to the third week now, so it's going to be interesting to see the third and fourth week. Shares of NBC parent Comcast are off 9%. ESPN parent Disney has seen its stock drop 3%, and shares of CBS are down 5%. THR wrote. Only shares of 21st Century Fox has risen in the time frame up to 2%. Not only do analysts see a fall in ad revenue, but this decline may also result in the falling stock prices for the networks. Still, despite the declines, analysis also note that the NFL is TV's biggest draw. However, as consumer media consumption trends change, the NFL favorite nation status among small quantities of viewers may not be enough to stave off of severe belt tightening. Since the NFL season opens September 7th, shares of that's just a repeat. Fans are leaving the league in droves, and several recent polls and studies show that political activism accounts for a big reason why. Again, people watch football for this sport. They don't watch football because they watch football to get away from the political nature of the political aspect of it. Then they tune into football, seeing football being politicized, which they don't want to watch political networks. I mean, you see with ESPN, you know, they're losing subscribers because they're turning into a political network now. And they're not a political network, they're a sports network. People tune into ESPN to, you know, consume sports information, not consume political information. And they don't understand that. And I don't see this getting any better. I see them I see them tripling down on this because they're at a point, the globalist establishment is at a crossroads right now. They need to turn people off of Trump. And the way to turn people off of Trump is to triple down on the fake news, triple down on the politicizing sports, politicizing Hollywood, politicizing everything. So the globalists is at a crossroads. They need people to turn against Trump, and the way to do it is start politicizing the hell out of everything. In a poll last year, 44% of fans said they would stop watching the NFL if protests against the national anthem continued. In addition, a J.D. Power survey showed fans citing the anthem protests as a main reason why they stopped watching the NFL games. Again, let's go right here. Rasmussen poll: 34% less likely to watch NFL because of anthem protests. Colin, and this is Sandra Colin, respect or leave what us veterans fought for. Yet another poll shows that fans are less likely to watch the NFL because of #Communist Colin, Kaepernick style anthem national protests. A new poll by Rasmussen finds that 34% are less likely to watch the NFL because of the protests. Only 12% said the protest made them more likely to watch, while 50% said the protest did not impact their viewing habits. While the league may hope that the ambiguity of the protest may cause fans just to accept it as all part of the game, Rasmussen's numbers have not much changed from its results on the question last October. The poll found that 63% of Americans say they occasionally follow the NFL in person at the stadiums, on TV, or on the radio, or via internet. Findings show that 39% say they watch the league several times a week, and other 35% say they never follow football. Of those who don't follow the NFL, 30% said the protests are causing them to. Of those who do follow the NFL, 30% said the protests are causing them to drift away from the sport. Only a tiny 8% said the protests had inverted their interests in football. Interesting, last year, Rasmussen found a little difference in opinion of football fans when they account for race. That whether among white, black, or other minorities, a third of fans said the protests made them less likely to watch football. Rasmussen is far from only polling the firm. Rasmussen is far from the only polling firm to find that the football fans are tired of the anti-American protests. At least other two polls last year found out that fans who were upset by the protests. One poll found that 44% of fans said they would stop watching the NFL if the protests against the national anthem continue. Second poll by J.D. Powell showed that fans citing the national anthem as the main reason why they stopped watching the NFL games. But here's the thing, Rasmussen only polls a small percentage of that, so I absolutely believe that the whole 34% is quite significantly larger than they claim it to be. But again, then you have ESPN, Clinton AIDS, being black is a political statement in America. What the hell are you talking about? Let's see here. Thursday on ESPN. Now remember, ESPN is Entertainment Sports Network. Let's see. Let me search. Let me search what the ESPN, what it stands for. Entertainment and Sports Programming Networks. Again, it's Entertainment Sports Programming Networks. Entertainment and Sports Programming Networks. Again, sports. Alright? Sports programming. On Thursday, on ESPN, Around the Horn, ESPN, the undefeated writer Clinton Yates argued that being black is a political statement in America. Why is this even bringing up on a sports network? Pablo Torre said while defending rapper Jay-Z's decision to turn down the offer to appear in February's Super Bowl halftime show, Beyonce, his wife, did this in 2016 and was criticized for being too racial. Beyonce, his wife, did this in 2016 and was criticized for being too radical and Black Panther-y. So maybe he's like, you know what? Maybe not. Being black in America is a political statement. Being black in America is a political statement in America, Pablo replied Yates. Torre responded, I don't disagree. I mean, okay, so ESPN is losing viewers significantly because of the whole politicizing. I mean, ESPN, we saw it as Entertainment and Sports Programming Network. Not once does it say political. I mean, maybe they should change it to Entertainment Sports Political Network. You know, drop the programming, make it political, because that's what they're doing. ESPN is making themselves political, and the American people are sick and tired of it. They are sick and tired of being forced of watching politics and nonsense, and absolutely sick and tired of being disrespected by these people, these so-called entitled sports athletes. Let's see here. So let's switch topics. Let's switch topics. Let me see if I can find out. So I posted on our page, Politically Alternative Media, some of the topics that I'm going to talk about tonight. And I'm looking on the page right now. It's it's loading. It's loading, so let me give it some time. I can't do the Jeopardy theme because that's probably copyright protected. Ooh, Keith Olbermann, another guy who's absolutely batshit crazy. Let's see here. Oh, well, if I can. Okay. Let me go back to my yeah, this is just. Yeah, I mean, Keith Olbermann responded and saying they should not stand until Trump's threat ends. I mean, give me a fucking break right now. Oh, jeez. I'm so sick of these extremist leftists. These leftists. I'm so sick and tired of these people. I cannot stand any of this. I do this to cover what mainstream media doesn't cover. But every time I turn around, it's always these negative comments about Trump supporters and Trump, and it just makes me sick. Makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe some of the stuff they actually punt on mainstream media. All the lies, all of the manipulation, all of the, all of this nonsense, the lies, the brainwashing, the manipulation. Alright, so we were going to discuss this last night on Not Mainstream, but I forgot to bring it up. But MSNBC Lawrence O'Donnell is in some hot water because of a leaked video of him that's making the rounds of the internet. Basically doing his Bill O'Reilly impersonation of him cussing at the camera, of him saying, of him going absolutely insane because there's some hammering going on in his earpiece. He can hear some hammering. He's like, "Stop the fucking hammering! Stop it! Stop it!" And he's just going off on these people. This is yeah. And so yeah, I don't know if there's not much to discuss on it except for the video that was leaked. Yeah, and it's gotta be, and the people who leaked it must have worked for Lawrence O'Donnell. But yeah, it's a really hilarious video. I highly suggest you watch it, because this is just him going off insane, being insane. I also noted that I was going to discuss the Hepatitis A outbreak that's going on in California now. But let me see if I can find that on Breitbart. Ooh. Alright, this is some good news. Alright, let me see if I can find the Hepatitis A outbreak. If not, we'll discuss that. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for Not Mainstream next week. Yeah, I'm gonna discuss the Hep A outbreak with the panel of Henry and Amy. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna discuss that next week on Not Mainstream. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. And there's some more news. Actually, we discussed that last night with Debbie Wasserman Schultz's IT rep having an abusive relationship with 3 Muslim women. We discussed that last night, so I won't get into that much tonight. Let's see here. Yeah, so earlier today, the Golden State Warriors White House visit. They won. I guess they won the championships or something. And if you won the championships, you get invited to the White House to meet the president and all that. So one of the players on there, Stephen Curry, and Trump tweeted out, going to the White House is considered a great honor for a championship team. Stephen Curry is hesitating, therefore the invitation is withdrawn. And it's all outrage. All outrage. Stephen Curry wasn't planning on going at all. And the left is like, yeah, woo, yeah, let's show him, stick it to Trump. So Trump does saying, oh, you know what, if you're not coming, then oh well, you're no longer invited. And then there's backlash about Trump, oh, he's a racist now, he's doing this and he's doing that. And give me a break here. President Donald Trump rescinded the, let me go here. President Trump rescinded the invitation to visit the White House for the Golden State Warriors early Saturday morning. Trump publicly took away the invitation when he tweeted, "Going to the White House is considered a great honor for a championship team. Stephen Curry is hesitating, therefore invitation is withdrawn." It is tradition for the winners of every major sports league to pay a visit to the White House, but the Warriors have been outspoken against the president. Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant, the team's 2 best players, have both publicly discussed their dislike for Trump. And then there's then Anthony Slater posted a statement, I guess, from Stephen Curry on declining the White House visit. And Anthony Slater, I don't know who he is. Easily the most forceful answer out of Warriors media today on the White House decision has come from Stephen Curry. Nonsense. It'll be interesting to see if the popular trend of sports teams, this becomes a popular trend for sports teams as long as Trump is in the White House. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be definitely interesting to see if any more sports teams are going to decline. You know, if it was me, if I was Trump, I would be, I would just, forget about bringing any sports teams in the White House. I don't care if they won the championships or not. I would not bring them in the White House at all. I'll just say, you know what, all of you that won the championships, good luck, congratulations, but yeah, you guys are no longer invited to the White House. I just wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it at all. Alright. So I'm going to end this with some good news. So this is a Breitbart article. I'm going to end this with some fantastic news, because I think I did all of the all these other news organizations, all this other crap that happened earlier tonight. So a woman ordered to take down pro-Trump signs would rather go to jail than remove them. Alright, so this is Maine. A Maine woman says she would rather risk jail time than take down her yard signs in support of President Trump after city officials said she had to remove them. So apparently now, supporting your president, supporting America is illegal. Illegal. You can't support America and you can't support your president. If you do, you go to jail. Officials from the city of Rockland told Susan Redeman, 75. So they're forcing a 75-year-old woman to say, you support the president, you support Trump, you're going to jail. You can't support him. You're not allowed to support him. They're harassing this woman. That she had to take down her signs or face fines because signs violate a local ordinance. The Daily Mail reported, fuck local ordinances. I was shocked, she said. This is my freedom of speech. People have the right to voice their opinion. You got that right. These signs are chained over a front gate. Read, "I love Trump. He won. Get over it." A code enforcement officer from the city of Redmond, a code enforcement from the city told Redmond that under the city ordinance, residents could only display one sign attached to a structure no longer than 2 square feet, or one freestanding sign no larger than 4 square feet. Redmond's signs violate the ordinance because she has 2 signs and are just over 3 feet. That are just over 3 feet by 2 feet, according to the. Oh my God! Seriously, they're harassing this woman because she has 2 signs. Oh man! According to the officer, officials say that if she does not remove her signs by Friday, she faces fines of $100 to $1,000 per day. They're harassing this woman, telling her that she can't voice her First Amendment. She can't support the president. She can't support America. So they're harassing this woman. This is harassment. The code enforcement officer added that another resident complained about the size of the sign. So another resident who's probably a Hillary supporter, who probably was anti-American, who voted for Hillary. Redmond, however, is not backing down. She told the New England Cable News that she would neither pay the fines nor take her signs down. If I have to sit in jail for the rest of eternity, that is my choice, she said. I guess I'm being stubborn, but I am not going to back down from what I believe. Town officials said that residents can apply for permits to display signs larger than what the ordinance allows. Redmond added that she was not aware of the ordinance and thinks city officials should change it to allow for political speech. Rockland Assistant Code Enforcement Officer William Butler argues that his directive had nothing to do with the code content of the signs. "I admire your passion for our president. Truly I do," Butler wrote in a Monday email to Redmond, according to the Press Herald. "However, we have received a complaint, and I have to do my due diligence. And I have determined your signs are not in compliance with the Rockland Code. It is your business what you put on the signs. It is the city's business regarding the size and number of signs," he added. Butler reportedly did not mention any threat of jail time in his email to Redmond. The Herald reports that Redmond would only face jail time if she refused to follow a court order from a judge asking her to remove her signs. For that to happen, the city would have to file a land use complaint in court. So again, we have city officials basically telling this 75-year-old lady that, "Oh, you can't have these signs. You can't have this. You can't have it. You can't support the president. You can't be pro-American. We're going to fine you for displaying your freedom of speech." So here's what I suggest. I would, if I was her, I would not take down her signs. I would not take down the signs at all. I would go to City Hall. I would go to City Hall. Every single meeting that they have, every single town meeting that they have, town hall meeting that they have, and I would fight them to the bitter end. I would fight them. I would fight them to the bitter end. I would get a lawyer and fight them to the bitter end. But that's gonna do it here. I figured I'd end on that note of a woman. You know, I admire this woman. I hope she gets to keep her signs. I hope she gets to keep her right of freedom of speech. But yeah. All right. So I think that's going to do it for this episode of Live Mansplaining Live. Yeah, there it is, Mansplaining Live with me, Shane. That's going to do it here for tonight. So tune in on my other channel, Looking for Bigfoot, on Wednesday night, the 27th. This is going to be the 27th. This coming Wednesday night, the 27th, on my channel, Looking for Bigfoot. We're going to do a real or not real with me and Henry, and probably Lel and anybody else that would like to join. And basically what Real or Not Real is that we look at Bigfoot photos, we look at Bigfoot videos, we look at UFO photos, we look at UFO videos, anything like that. Man, my voice is getting ready. My voice is strained. I love my voice when it gets like, you know, raspy, this raspy voice, because I think it sounds badass than my natural voice. But yeah, so what we do is we look at photos and videos and we judge them, and we look at them, we judge them if they're real, if they're not real, and if we judge them and we can't decide, we just call it undecided. But yeah, so that is going to be on the 27th. That's going to be every Wednesday at 9 through probably the end of October. Then next Friday is going to be the last Not Mainstream for September. Yep, that last one for September. I mean, October is right around the corner. Halloween's right around the corner. Just one second here. Let me bring up my calendar so I can tell you what's going on in October, because I've got such you know, plans going on in October. I've got a lot of plans going on in October. Save. So yeah, that's going to be next week is going to be the last Not Mainstream for October, and we're going to discuss the Hepatitis A outbreak. I'm sure we're going to discuss the NFL a little bit more, and anything else that's going to happen throughout the week of next week. And then next Saturday, there might or might not be another Mansplaining Live. It just depends, you know. It's not going to be every Saturday night that I do these live streams. It's just going to be when I have the chance, or if I feel like doing them or not. Last week I didn't feel like doing one. I was putting up some Halloween decorations, so I figured, you know, I didn't feel like doing it. And if I don't feel like doing it, then oh well. Oh well. And so, so starting in October, October 4th is going to be a regular, not mainstream, but Real or Not Real on the Looking for Bigfoot channel. But October 11th is going to be a Real or Not Real on the PG film, and basically what it is the 50th anniversary of the Patterson-Gimlin film. If you have not seen the Patterson-Gimlin film, I highly suggest you looking it up. And you probably seen it if you watch some of the Bigfoot shows that's out there. You probably seen it, but you probably didn't know what it was called, or you didn't know what it was. But it's called the Patterson-Gimlin film. Look up Patterson-Gimlin or PG film. Just type in Bigfoot PG film and in the YouTube and take a look at it. And we'll be discussing that on Real or Not Real. And then we're going to have a special Friday the 13th edition of Not Mainstream in October. And then October 21st on my Looking for Bigfoot channel. I'm not going to do a Mansplaining Live, because I'll be doing a late night news hour on my Looking for Bigfoot channel. And Henry, who's a regular panelist of Not Mainstream, he would be in California that day, and he's going to discuss the Patterson-Gimlin PG Film Conference, 50th Anniversary Conference. Then on the 25th, that's going to be the last Real or Not Real we're going to do, and that's going to be an anniversary special of Looking for Bigfoot. Looking for Bigfoot was created 4 or 5 years ago, and I figured, you know what, let's do a anniversary special and take a look back of all the stuff that we've done, all the stuff that we discussed. And then October 28th is going to be beginning the Webcasting Dead. So Webcasting Dead is going to be preemptive of the Mansplaining Live. So I probably won't be doing Mansplaining Live that much once we do The Walking Dead. The Webcasting Dead, and basically it's on the Breaking Badcast channel that I have, YouTube channel, and all of the channels I have are in the description below, so click that more button and then scroll all the way down and you see all the channels that I have. And Breaking Badcast is one of them. And basically what that channel was, it started out to discuss every single episode of Breaking Bad. And it turned into, and then once Better Call Saul came along, we discussed Better Call Saul. And so we were discussing Better Call Saul. And then what we did a challenge of watching TV shows. I was challenged to watch The Walking Dead because I haven't watched The Walking Dead. I haven't seen The Walking Dead up until this point. So I watched The Walking Dead, and I was instantaneously hooked. Once I was hooked, we started discussing The Walking Dead, and so now we have a spin-off show of Breaking Bad cast. The first spin-off being Better Call Saul, the Saul Good cast, or the Saul Good cast. That was the first spin-off. The second spin-off is this The Walking Dead cast, and basically it's going to be me, Henry, Amy, and Ellen, who was a part of the Breaking Bad cast. And she was the original. She was one of the originals, except for me, one of the originals of the Breaking Bad cast. And we'll be having those 4 people discussing the 8th season of The Walking Dead, and that's going to be on Saturday, October 28th, and it's going to follow every single Saturday up until the mid-season finale, which is probably going to be in December, and then it's going to come back probably in February. But yeah, yep. So the webcasting dead, then it's gonna be wild wide. It's gonna be a wild October, leading into November, because November I got Not Mainstream Friday nights, and then I got the webcasting dad Saturday nights, and then I have yep. Yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna end this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Not a lot of people tuned in, and that's okay. I expect that. But I think there's probably more people watching on the archive. Once it gets processed and uploaded to YouTube, it's probably going to be more people watching. But yeah, on that note, good night everybody. I hope you enjoyed this. I may or may not be back next week. I'll let you guys know. Follow us on Twitter at politicallyalt. It's P. It's I cannot spell politically right off the top of my head that much. I have it up. Wait a minute. It is at. Oh, Amy's now joining me. Hey, Amy. Yeah, you missed it. But that's okay. You can watch it in the archive. I forgot to remind you. Amy, geez. I sent out a tweet. You don't get my tweet? I sent out a tweet. I sent out multiple tweets. Oh man. But Amy, stick around for a little bit. And yeah, you can watch the last of it. You can watch the last of me. But I sent out multiple tweets. I posted on Facebook. Oh, Amy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Shame on you, Amy. But yeah. So I'm gonna let's go ahead and end this. Follow us on Twitter at politicallyalt. That's at POLITICALLYALT, and that's on Twitter. You've been folding laundry. Come fold my laundry. Yeah, follow us on Twitter. Make sure you hit that bell icon on Twitter so that you can receive notifications on Twitter, because Twitter is suppressing, you know, alternative media sites. They're censoring us. They don't want us to get the information out there. They don't want you to be informed. They don't want you to be educated with, they don't want you to be educated at all. Yeah, I am funny, Amy. I am funny. Come fold my laundry. I got some laundry you can fold. And then you can do some dishes, and then you can mop and vacuum and dust and sweep. You can do all that, Amy. Come on down. Come on up, I guess. But follow us on Twitter at politicallyalt. Follow us on... Yes, I did like your page. Amy, you got a new page called Kaleidoscope Eyes. The girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Yeah, I did like your page, Kaleidoscope Eyes, which is great. Amy's got a new page called Kaleidoscope Eyes, and basically it's weather related. All of the weather information. So I'm guessing she's going to post hurricane information. You're going to post hurricane information. Well, any weather related information. Bum, 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 bum. Give us some color. It didn't show. Yep. Let's see here. I wonder if you can see this. Let me see if I can see if you can see this, Amy. Ooh. See right there? Oop, 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 oop. There's your there's the girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. You know what? I think Elton John's version might be a little bit better than that. I like the Beatles. Beatles is a great band. Oh, worldwide. That's awesome. Worldwide weather. And it's going to be basically weather related. I like the Beatles, but I think Elton John's version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds is a little bit better. A little bit better. Yeah, I'm going to share this to the... I sang wonderful. Oh man, I am a horrible singer. I can lip sing, but I can't sing worth the crap. More options. I'm going to post this to the Politically Alternative Media. So like our page, Politically Alternative Media on Facebook. Like it. So yeah, like our page, Politically Alternative Media. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's not fully set up yet. I plan on that tomorrow afternoon. Okay, but yeah, I'm going to share that to the Politically Alternative Media page. More options, and then yeah, like our page. Make sure you like and share and subscribe to the Politically Alternative Media, and make sure you click that button. There's a button that you have to press, and then it has to on there. Make sure you get notifications from this page, and make sure you set default to your newsfeed, because what the Facebook algorithm is messed up, and you won't be able to see any of the posts. And then also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Politically Alternative Media, and make sure you click that bell icon to get notifications with so that you can see all the videos and see everything that we post. See everything. You have to see everything. You can follow me on my personal Twitter at Skinner147. You can follow my personal Twitter at Skinner147. And yeah, Amy, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sing a tune for you, since you love my singing so much. I'm gonna sing you a song. I'm gonna sing you Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, but only that little part, because I'm afraid that this might be copyright infringement on. Alright, let's see if we can get the lyrics. I just know some of the song, I don't know all of the song. I'm just going to sing the chorus of the song. What was the, picture yourself on a train in a station. This is horrible, this is horrible. Picture yourself on a train in a station with plasticine porters with glass looking at the girl with kaleidoscope eyes. Lucy in, I just know, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Yeah. Yeah. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Yeah, I mean, I'll be a hoot at karaoke. Get some alcohol in me. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Amy, if you want to talk, we can Facebook message each other, or if you want to, we can do a video call. Yeah, we can do a video call. Amy, you want a video call? Let's do a video. I'm gonna video. Okay. All right. So Amy, I'm gonna video call you on Facebook, and this is gonna be live on YouTube too. I'm gonna video call you. All right. So let's do this. All right. Alright. Come on, Amy, pick up. Come on, Amy, pick up. Come on, Amy, don't make me look like a jackass here. There we go. Yeah, we're live. Well, actually, we're not live. I'm live streaming this as I'm calling you. People cannot see you, they can only see me. You look fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright. Alright, so I'm live streaming Amy right now, which is weird. I'm video calling Amy while I'm live streaming. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. If you want Amy, we can talk. Alright, everybody. Little bear. Do I have those things? I don't see it. Wait a minute. How did I? Yeah, I can't. I don't have a star. I don't have it. Alright, for those that's watching the live stream, good night everybody. See you here Friday night for